Another day in the bay. So we're going to be talking about how to revive, refine and protect your tired red paints. And we thought, what's the most common red car that we could find? And it was a Ferrari Testarossa. So we'll get it straight in our bay. It had already been cleaned prior to coming to us, so we gave it a quick ultimate waterless wash and wax. So that removed any of the kind of light road grime and dirt. And then we're going to give it a clay using our smooth surface clay kit. So we're going to remove any bonded contaminants that are sitting on the paint. Now that won't change how it looks, so we're going to address that using our ultimate compound. This is great for restoring faded reds because it does contain those chemical cleaners to brighten that red, but also the mechanical compounds to remove those scratches and swirls. Then we're going to move on to the kind of refining protection, which is going to be in one stage, which is going to be our gold class premium Carnauba wax. So this does come in liquid and paste form. We're going to use the paste solely because I kind of like that kind of hand finish. So yeah, crack on. So to remove those bonded contaminants from the surface of the paint, we want to be using our smooth surface clay kit. Now this comes with our quick detailer, so that's your lubrication for the surface, so you can make sure the surface is nice and wet, and the clay itself. We do have the clay that comes in this little nice black box. Biggest rule with clay is as soon as you get the clay bar, break it in half. Solely because that's all you need for 1 or 2 car applications, but also if you drop it on the floor, it's dead to you. You need to throw it in the bin. And then we've also got our Supreme microfiber towel to remove those residues from the clay and the detailer. We've cleaned it using our waterless wash and wax, and then we've removed those bonded contaminants from the surface of the paint using our clay. Now, as we addressed earlier, clay won't change how it looks. It makes it feel fantastic, but it's not going to improve that gloss or remove those scratches and swirls. So we're now moving on to our ultimate compound, our MT320 Dual Action Polisher, and then the yellow polishing disc. Now, this is our kind of mid-range disc. Now, I don't want to go straight in with the kind of heavy cut burgundy disc because it might not need it. So I'm going to start off with the soft pad first on a test panel, see how it goes from there, and if it does need any more, then we'll move up. But if that's okay with the yellow, then we're all good. So, the big thing when dealing with kind of older paints, a lot of them back in the day would have been single stage. So what happens is you just get the colour on the surface. Modern paints are generically base coat then clear coat, so when you're machining you don't get the colour transfer. Classic cars, you may get a bit of colour transfer. That's fine, that's pretty normal, don't feel scared about seeing that. That's just part of the process. Now the amount of paint you're removing is very minor, but the main thing is how you maintain this pad in between each panel. Now what I do, there's 2 options. You can either use like a nylon brush, turn the machine on and brush it out, or the easiest, simplest way is either use an airline or a vacuum cleaner. So I turn the machine on to a slow speed, run the vacuum cleaner over it, and that's going to bring out that kind of dried product, because you don't want the pad to get overwhelmed with paint residues, because it's going to make the cutting less kind of effective. So you just want to clean out. It will stain the pad, it is going to change the colour of it. That doesn't mean it's caked in paint, it just means you've got to remove those dry residues and carry on to the next bit. So we've compounded the penwork. It's looking really nice and glossy, and it's got rid of those swirls and scratches. Now, before I want to apply any kind of wax to polish up the surface and give it some protection, I'm going to light mist the paint with our quick detailer, because what I want to do is remove any excess compounding residues that may still be left on the panel. So when we do wax it, it means we've got all those residues off and it's just wax and polishing oils that are feeding into the paint. We're using our Gold Class Carnauba Plus wax for a few different reasons. One, it's got a high level of polishing oils in, so it's going to really enhance that gloss on that red paint. But also it's going to give that paint a nice bit of protection as well. So we're going to enhance the gloss and we're going to protect it all in one step after compounding. Grab the top of your applicator pad like this, place it on the wax, half a turn, and that should be more than enough to do this entire half bonnet. So I want to prime the surface. I put my 3 stripes on there. This means when I start applying the wax, everywhere gets an equal share. Put hardly any pressure on the pad, nice tight circles, and just do 1 pass. Like I say, this is a very rich wax, so you need hardly any on the surface, but also it's going to feed into that paint and give it a real nice gloss. Now the reason we use Carnauba waxes on solid colours is because it gives it a nice brightness. Now if this was a dark metallic, we'd probably use a synthetic wax to give it that real wet look. But for red cars and kind of solid non-metallics, always go Carnauba. So we've applied the wax now. Up until this point we've applied a compound and taken it straight off. Now with the wax you want to apply it and let it cure, that's where it gets its strength. Now the best way of checking if a wax is ready to come off is to swipe your finger on there. As you can see, that swipe is nice and clear. This means the wax is ready to come off. If that swipe is cloudy, it means you just need to leave it a bit longer. So we're going to be using our finishing towel, get it nice and folded. I tend to try and keep this edge right here, so I've got a nice big rounded bit of microfiber. Then we just gently wipe it off. Flip the towel to another side, just buff in the opposite direction, this way you'll never get white lines. A nice easy system to revive, refine and protect your tired red paint. So it was a nice easy system. So we removed the kind of light dirt and grime using our waterless wash and wax. We then removed the bonded contaminants from the surface of the paint using our smooth surface clay system. We then refined and revived the paint using our ultimate compound. So this removed the scratching swirls but also used the chemical cleaners within the product to brighten up that red. We then protected it using our Carnauba Plus Gold Class Wax. Now this is giving it a nice bit of longevity of protection, but also a fantastic brilliant gloss. Now I'm going to carry on with the rest of the car and that's it, done. If you like more content like this, make sure to like, share and subscribe and hit that notification bell to be up to date on all of our new content.